Hello, my name is John Wayne Patterson. I'd like to share an experience I had back in the year 2000, and I want to share this experience before I forget everything. Because this experience I had is not to hold it to myself, but I think it's something that I need to share. I pray that God will bring back to my memory the things that happened, and I hope it will be effective as I share with you. Why am I here in the darkness? Because it's something about the darkness that I'm going to share with you. Please listen. Back in the year 2000, I realized something with me. I know it felt like I was dying. My eyes were closing. I decided I will not go to the doctor because he's going to tell me something that I already know, right? Is that I'm dying. So what I want to do, since I'm not from here in the United States, I will go back to Jamaica where I will just die there. So I didn't tell nobody about my plans. Okay. I'm just getting ready, ready myself, prepare myself to go. Well, one evening after work, I lay on my back. This was on a weekend. I think it was on a weekend, yes, when I noticed this thing here now. I laid on my back there in the living room watching TV. That used to be my best time because, see, since I was living alone, weekend is mine. Nobody can take that from me. And I would stay there and I would watch TV until I get bored. I watch the same thing in and out because guess what? They rebroadcast what came on before. It's like, man, I already watched that. Well, one thing I didn't watch though, and I don't know for what reason, because that came with the programming that I purchased. I passed through the gospel channel. At the time, it was a gospel channel called The Word. The Word, yes. And Noel Jones, Benny Hinn, T.D. Jakes, those are the guys that was on there. But did I know them then? I don't think I did. I didn't know them then until after my experience. So while I was laying there now, and I flipped through the channel again, and every time it come to the gospel channel, I don't want to watch it. My spirit got so cross. I don't want to watch it. I keep hearing stuff like, don't watch them. They're just on there to take people's money. As soon as they're finished, they're going to send you money here, and don't watch them. Don't watch them. As a matter of fact, they're preaching Jesus. This Jesus they're preaching, he came here and said he can save the world. No one man could save the world. No, he didn't save the world. He did not die for you. And this thing was a forceful spirit. It don't just shut up. It just keep talking. It just keep talking. It keep telling you stuff. Brother and sister, let me tell you something. There's an evil spirit that moves against us daily. I've been there. Now remember, I told you I was dying. Now, why I know I was dying. When I pee in the toilet, the color of my pee was so yellow that it get to the bottom of the water, and the water is on top in no time. I'm telling you, I would just sit there. I would stand there, and when I pee, I'm just looking at the yellow pee just going to the bottom of the water. The water is on top. My eyes were closing. There was something wrong with me. Too much of one thing, and I don't know what it is. It's not lack of sleep. I don't know if it's something in the water. Yeah. But I had an experience. So anyway, now when I was sitting there and the spirit kept talking to me, it was so loud. It's speaking to me from the inside. But then I could hear everything as if it was somebody on the outside speaking to me. And when he said, Jesus Christ did not come and die for you, he was just another man who came here and said he could save the world. He can't save the world. I almost give in and say yes. I want to show you something now. I am not a bad person, but your goodness, the good things that you've done, it don't save you. No, it don't. All the good things that you've done around you, it cannot save you. You know what save you? When you open your mouth and you profess that Jesus Christ is the only Savior who came into this world from the Father, who was up there, always up there on the throne. He sent his Son to die, the living sacrifice. God said he was going to do it, and he did it. Accept him who he sent to die for our sins, people. Let me tell you something. I almost slipped. I almost slipped and give in to that spirit that was speaking to me from the inside, that was so loud in my head. I almost give in. I almost said, yes, you're right. But you know what? I said, no, I will not believe that. I will not take that. I'm from a Christian home. I know that Christ died for my sin. So I put my hands up and I said, Father, I believe that you sent your Son, Jesus Christ, to die for me. When I said that, I did not hear that voice no more. That night, I went to my bed. And I saw a plain glass, stretched from one side of the world to the next. It was so high, I could not get over it, no matter what I did. I could not. Straight up. It was so low, I could not get underneath it. If I tried to dig, it get deeper. I could not. I could not get around it because, remember, like I said, it stretched from one side of the world to the next. Now, this happened back in the year 2000, and I hope and I pray that God will bring back to my memory everything, because this memory I had, it was with me for a long time, and it's getting dimmer. I don't want to lose it, so I'm making a record of it so that you guys can hear it. That night, I went to my bed, and I saw the glass, like I was saying. On one side of the glass, as I walk away from the glass, it was light, but light is on one side. On the other side is darkness. No, but the light now, that from the other side, it shone into the darkness. But it only goes so far. The further away from the light I get, the darker it is. It gets so dark. And let me tell you something. You cannot stop walking. I just keep walking and I keep walking and I keep walking. I can't stop. Slowly, your feet keep dragging in this thing look like sand. And your feet keep dragging as you go along. It's just like something holding on to you, pulling you. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. Again, I don't know why I should say this, but you cannot stop. I know there's a hole like a precipice. A hole is very dark right in front of me. And any minute now, as I go into darkness where I cannot see, you're just going to start free falling. You're going to step off into that hole. You will not stop. I could see people in my mind. I could see people. They are flipping. They're flipping, but they're going down, thinking now, you know what the scariest thing is not, it's not the sudden step that you're going to make. It's when you're falling and you have nothing to hold on to. Friends, listen to me. You keep falling, and I'm seeing people falling, but there's no bottom to stop them. And so they're thinking, because they cannot see now, they're thinking, already you start thinking, when this sudden stop comes, I'm going to die. But it's a hole. I have no bottom. And I'm seeing people. I know the hole was waiting for me. It's a dark hole. But now, as I go closer towards the hole, the darkness keeps brushing at my skin. And that is also frightening because you cannot see nothing. The darkness is so thick. It is so dark you can't see nothing. Nothing, you cannot see nothing. It is so dark, it's touching against your skin like little fingers. And each time it will touch you, you look and you can't see nothing. It is a frightening experience. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you understanding what I'm saying? It is real. The darkness is real. The darkness is alive. I'm not talking like darkness when you go outside and you said, okay, you're going to leave your friend's house and you're going to walk home. That's not the kind of darkness. I'm talking darkness so thick. I think it's in the Bible there somewhere when God said to Moses it was going to bring this as a plague upon Pharaoh. It was going to bring the darkness. I have experienced it. But now remember now, as I go towards the hole, I look behind me and there was this man standing on the opposite side of the glass in the light, dressed in white. This is a man I saw when I was about 15 or so years old, when, I usually pray before I go to my bed. And this one night I said, I'm not going to pray. I am not going to read my Bible. I want to know what hell looked like. This man came. That's another one I would like to tell you guys. But for now, I'll tell you about the one with the darkness. Here, this man with his head hung down. I didn't make the right decision. This is in the dream. So I'm walking towards a hole. My feet cannot stop. I keep saying, I don't want to go there. I want to go back to the light. I don't want to go to the hole. I want to go back to the light. I'm there crying. So you know what I did to stop my feet from walking as I get closer to the hole? How close was the hole to me? I don't know. But all I know is that there's a hole. And while I'm going towards the hole, the things that's playing in my head, I can see the people falling. And at any minute now, it's going to be my turn. I fell to my knees. This time now I cannot walk. Now you know what your knees are for. God, I thank you. I fell to my knees and I start praying. I said, God, help me. Help me to turn around. I can't go there. I don't want to go there. And I didn't pray a long prayer or drawn out prayer. I did not. I prayed to God for him to help me to turn around, for him to stop me from walking towards that hole. And you know what? While I was on my knees, I turned around to see if the man was still there. This time the man was looking at me, smiling with his hand through the glass. The glass is not broken. He pushed his hand through the glass. And he said, are you ready to come? I said, yes. And as long as he held his hand through the glass, I gained strength. I turned around. And he said, come. And I walked towards him. And as soon as I got close to him, he held my hand and he pulled me through. And he disappeared. Now I was in the light. God is a good God. Welcome back. I was in the light. I was in the light again. I woke up from that dream. As a matter of fact, you know what? You guys can't see, but tears were falling as I memorized this thing. But now I was in the light. I got out of the dream and what was that all about? Wow, that was a dangerous dream. Remember I told you I was dying. So I got into the light and I remember standing after the dream. I remember standing at the sink doing dishes because I was living by myself. And I could hear somebody somewhere praying for you. Let go and let God. I didn't hear that just once. I heard it more than once. Somebody somewhere praying for you. Let go and let God. I start feeling good in my spirit. My spirit start coming alive. I start jumping and I start jumping. And I start jumping. It's like, wow, this is a nice feeling. I like this, what I'm hearing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go search in the Bible if there's something like that somewhere, somebody somewhere praying for you, let God, let God. I flipped through the Bible, I couldn't find it. That was the first time I was hearing that, and I heard that in my spirit. I decided I was going to call the word. I was going to call the number and tell them what just happened to me. You know, this experience that just happened to me. Somebody answered the phone. I said, hello. I said, hello, I want to share this. No, I'm so excited. I want to share something with somebody. So I need to share this with somebody. The lady said, what happened? I said, ma'am, you don't understand. This experience this experience I just had, man. Oh, it's so awesome. He said, oh, that's so good. Did you already say the sinner's prayer? I said, yeah, I said that. But that is more than just that. Well, if you already said that, you're okay now. Okay? I said, seriously, this person don't understand. Now, do you understand when a person stand up there preaching to you and so excited? They get excited for a reason. They don't just go there just sharing the word of God. As a matter of fact, that's when I know that I do not serve a God that is dead. The God that I serve is alive. There's some people who try to kill your spirit. Not everybody knows this. Some people try to kill your spirit when you're serving God. And they come with this kind of a dead feeling. Let me tell you something about serving God. If that spirit within you must be awake and alive when you go before His throne and say you're going to worship Him. God don't want you to come to Him knowing that He can do all things, and you go there with a dead spirit. Forgive me, but I have to make noise. I like to make noise. Hey, don't even ask for it right now. I'm so happy that I'm just talking to you on this here platform, but God is a good God. When you worship Him in spirit. Let Him know that your spirit is alive. And show Him the true part of you. Even when you're crying, and you're crying with excitement, it's okay to do so. And you laugh with excitement, it's okay to do so. But don't go to Him thinking that I'm coming to you again. I asked you for something and I didn't get it yet. Come on, man. Come on. You're talking to the all-knowing God. You understand me? Anyway, let me get back to this. The dream is over now. So I said, God, isn't there somebody somewhere I can call to tell? I know. I'm going to call my uncle in Jamaica. He is a pastor. And this time, he's home. It's Sunday. Now, yes, he's home about this time. I called, but lo and behold, he wasn't home. But my cousin was coming from church, and I didn't know that she was not baptized. That's my uncle who is a pastor. It's her daughter. I didn't know she wasn't baptized yet. So she was coming home talking to God, said, God, just show me that you're with me because next week I'm going to be baptized. I want to know that you're real. I want to know that you're real. Just give me a sign that you're real. Look, I am over here to show you the arm of God. It's never short. I'm here getting excited. And she just walked in and the phone rang. And she answered, she said, hello. I said, hello, Samantha. I need to speak to Brother Noble right now. I need to speak to him. And she said, what happened? What happened? I said, I just have an encounter, girl. I need to speak with him. I need to speak to somebody who can get the excitement the same way how I did. And she said, I was just coming home. After I explained to her why I want to talk to Pastor Noble about the experience I just had, she said, I was just coming home from church. And I said to God, God, show me that you're with me. And she felt so good now because she was asking for something. And here's somebody with a spirit full. Spirit so excited and what's the word? Give me some words. Give me some word that best describe what I'm saying. Filled with the Spirit, man. Oh, she was so happy. She said, next week I'm going to be baptized and this is what I want to hear. Brother and sister, let me tell you something. When your brother come to church and he don't know who God is, please don't push him away. Don't push him away. Sometimes they walk into the church and all they need is somebody to greet them and tell them how good God is. That's your job. Do it and do it well. Understand me that you're not just there because. You're not there for show. You're not there to show what pretty clothes you wear to church today. You're not there to show them how close you are to the pastor or the pastor's wife. You're not there to show them how close you are to the pastor's husband, should the pastor be a woman. You're not there to show everybody that you have a position in the church. When somebody walk in, that person is like a prodigal son or daughter. They were lost, and now they found their way back to the light. Help them. Celebrate them. God in heaven is already celebrating. The angels are celebrating. Celebrate too. It could be your enemy. Hug your enemy and say, welcome. It didn't stop there, though. It didn't stop there. I prayed for healing over my body. Now, this pee that I used to pee in the toilet is no more yellow. It cleared up. Understand me? You can pray for healing over your own body. You can pray for healing. And as the days turn into a week, I could hear this sweet voice whispering to me. We get so close. It was so close. All I have to do sometimes is to say, where are you? I don't feel you this morning. As soon as I say that, I could feel when he reappeared. And he would talk to me. Would play something like hide and go seek. Where are you? I don't feel you. And I could feel him coming back. I could feel when he's back there. And let me tell you something. I used to hear some things, man. I used to hear some things so sweet. I remember one day I was at work. I mean, not work this time. I was at school. And after school, if we finished early, we would play ping pong because I didn't know how. And so this one guy was willing to teach me and I was willing to learn. But this one day, I heard, go home early today because there's an accident. You might need to help. On my way home, I'm thinking, oh my, okay, I prep myself to go and help. So I'm driving home. I even told the guy, I said, I'm not stopping. I got to go. And I'm looking to make sure. And all the way home, nothing. All the way, I drove up into my driveway, parked the car, and I went back into the house. A house that was once... as a matter of fact, let me tell you this part of it, that I was scared to go into the house when I was having those dreams, when after I had the dream and the voice that was speaking to me, I was scared. But what I started doing, I started sleeping inside my living room. There's 2 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and at the time 2 bedrooms. But I would use the living room to sleep in next to the TV with the gospel channel playing at all times. And I used to, and then I started listening to Benny Hinn, T.D. Jakes, Noel Jones. Those are the guys. You know what? I was so tuned that they could find something in the Bible and start preaching on, and before they speak, I know what's coming out of their mouth. God is good. So this day I was coming home and I'm thinking, where is the accident? Where is the accident? So I pull into my driveway, and just as I walk in, didn't even put my bag or whatever down, my books, didn't put it down. I see a car come rushing up the hill and the guy came knocking on the door. He said, do you have a phone? Do you have a phone? Can I borrow your phone? Can I borrow your phone? I said, what is it? The mail lady that was delivering the mail, her car went into the ditch. I just passed there, didn't see nobody. Didn't see nobody. I just passed. There was nobody there except the road was clear, but there was, after I passed the lady, and my house was the closest to where the lady tipped over into the ditch. And he said, "Can I borrow your phone? I got a call because she's bleeding. I said, "Yes, sir, you may." I felt so good. I felt so good that I was obedient. And I thank God. Well, needless to say, I go back to this beautiful feeling. I decide now, oh my God, this is so good. I feel good now. I feel good. My body is now okay. And, I pray for healing over my body. I start healing. So the weeks now turn into getting close now to months now, and it's a nice feeling, man. It's a feeling that every second of the day you want to talk to God. Because this angelic feeling when you start talking and it come pull up beside you, and you can tell that he's there. You can tell. So I decide now, since I came here in 92, I've been searching for my brother that I know is in New York, but the same strategy that I used to find him, I found him with it. It was, I think, 411, something like that, 411, to call and find somebody's their location and stuff like that. If they have a phone, their address and stuff, you can get it with that at the time. And I used that for 7 years. There was also a girl that I was searching for after I left Florida. So my brother was more than 7. This girl was 7. And she left Florida before me. So I said, God, I'm going to ask for a request. I've been searching for my brother. I've been searching for my brother and this one girl for so long. Help me find him. If you find him for me, I'm going to worship you. And if you don't find him for me, I'm still going to worship you. I do not know how the phone make it to the chair that I was on. Maybe I put it there the night before I sleep, but I don't remember. So when I got up and I stretched, the first thing my hand hit was the phone. I said, how did the phone get here? Immediately now I remember what I said I was going to do. I called 411. They answered. How may I help you? I said, I'm searching for one. My brother's name, I called. And also this girl, I called her name. I think they gave me 4 names. The first name for my brother, I ring the phone. I heard hello. I said, hello. Is this one so-and-so on live? Is one so-and-so on live here? He said, oh, yes, but he's not here now. I said, wow, I finally got him. Person said, oh, you were searching for him? I said, yes, I've been searching for this guy ever since I got here. I said, I am his brother. We don't know each other, but I found you. This is no real thing going on. And he said, okay, I will tell him. I said, no, don't tell him. Don't tell him. I want this to be a surprise. He said, okay, I won't tell him. And just before I hung up the phone, I heard, that's it. That's him. That's the guy you're looking for. I said, excuse me, could you be the person I am looking for? He said, yes, I am him. It's like, okay. Wow, God is a good God. What I'm hearing in my spirit, there's somebody walking with me. That's how I know. So when my spiritual father told me, and there's another prophet that talked to me, I know what I was. But for God to give him the knowledge and the insight, I am so happy. That's why I chose him. But anyway, let me get back to the track now. So the girl now, it was on a day, this person is from Georgia. I called. I said, I called the name, and it was so happened it was her sister that answered the phone. I said, "Do you know one so and so?" She said, that used to go to school somewhere, and I told her, say, "Yes, that was my sister. But her name is changed." I said, "Okay, don't forget about it then." I said, "Forget about it." He said, "No, no, 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 no. She's not married. She's not married. She just changed back her name to her mom's name and give him the whole 9 yards." I said, "Okay, can I have her number?" But I keep hearing, "She's not yours. She's not yours." It's like, now this is this here angelic being that was talking to me. I should obey. I should obey. Because if it is not yours, there's nothing you can do to hold it. No matter how much you try, it will not be. And I thank God. I thank God. I thank God. But I keep hearing, "She's not yours." I called the number anyway. And we talked for hours. The person didn't even remember who I was, and then I explained myself, and then, "Oh, it's you." I said, "Yes, it is me." It is me, better than Jollibee. I searched for your girl. I searched for you so long. I'm gonna get off of that one real quick. I won't go into details with that one. I'm gonna get off of it real quick. But there's some things that I search for in the Bible. I would ask, "Show me something that described this woman that I was searching for, and the woman that you told me is not mine." I said, "Show me some things in the Bible," which I clearly got it. I even sometimes I look at the Bible and I said, "No, no, it can't be, man. It can't be. No, 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 no. How God can show me something that describes the Bible? No, 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 no. It can't be. It can't. No, come on. And that's not. Nah." That's not about that woman. That woman used to. That woman is a woman that used to invite me to church, though she never picked me up. I'm not calling no name, so even if she see this, I didn't call your name. Hey, but anyway, she promised to pick me up, but she never picked me up when we were back in Fort Lauderdale, But she was acting so holy and Christian minded, and that's what I was aiming at. Things change. I tell you, things change and turn around so fast. And but God is a good God. God is a good God. God is a good God, and I'm happy. I am happy. Anyway, let's move off of that one. I will not stay there long. But anyway, I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna tell you something else. Now, I decided that I'm gonna marry this woman anyway. I'm gonna marry this woman. And the last time, what I did, it was getting closer now to the time when we were supposed to get married. And people started asking, "Are you sure this is the woman you want to get married to?" And I'm, "Yes." Another person, "Are you sure that's the woman you want to get?" "Yes, I'm going to marry this woman." So what I did, I drove my car to Pennsylvania. On the way to Pennsylvania. Now, let me tell you something about the spirit. The spirit of God. The godly spirit, don't force. Don't force. It will come, and it will come and speak to you. Just like, say, when God came down in the garden to talk to Adam. Something like that. It don't force you like the first spirit that was in me said, God did not send nobody to die for you. It's just another man. And this was like, it keep going on and on and on and on. But this one just came. So I decided I was going to drive to Pennsylvania. And on my way to Pennsylvania, I was waiting for this nice angelic spirit to come back, and I'm driving nothing. And about halfway, the woman is not yours. I thought, you can tell. And now I'm kind of depressed on the inside. Went to Pennsylvania. Because I drive to Pennsylvania. I usually drive there to help these older people. They're older at the time, And I actually have a dream about them when I was in Florida. They moved to Florida. But before they came, I dreamt about them. I changed their names. And when I explained to the person that wanted me to give up my apartment for them. And that is like, she said, think about it. That was my landlord. She said, think about it if you want to give it up or not. And I decided I was not going to give it up because I just painted that place, man. It looks so nice. I just painted it. It's so nice, you know. But I was the person that take care of the 8 apartments. It was an 8 apartment, and I was the one that I was a caretaker. And the landlord wanted me to give it up. I was like, so that night I had a dream about them, and they were nice people. And I told her the next day, yes, I will give it to them. And I explained to her that I saw them in a dream last night, you know. And she said, really? I said, what did they look like? I told her what they were looking like, what they dressed in. You know, it was going to take a month before they come. The lady said, okay, we'll see when they come, what they dressed in. Because Dad don't wear suspender. I saw him in the suspender. When the man came, the man have suspender on with the same clothes. The woman even forget that I said that to her. And I said, let's look to see what they're wearing. And we went in and looked. Woman was so shocked. John. And so when they told me their name, I changed their name right away to the name that I was calling them. And so that name stuck. God is a good God. That they even sent a pin from England and they had a ceremony for him because I call him Sir Charles and Mama ID. The name stuck. And he got a pin that said Sir. Because of his work the work that he did in his younger years. Wow, God is good. So anyway, so I was driving to Pennsylvania, and one time I went to Pennsylvania. The lady asked me, I even got a picture. I don't know where to find it, but I still got a picture with my hand like this when the lady asked me the question, are you sure you want to get married, John? And I was so mad in my spirit. I started getting mad now because it's like, why I keep hearing everybody asking me if I want to get married? Why? I decided I'm going to drive. Now I'm going to leave Pennsylvania and I'm going to go to visit my brother in New York. I drove to New York. My brother asked me, because now remember now this is the first time I was going to see him. I said, are you ready to get married? And okay, we will come today. You know, I just met him and he was going to come. He was going to be one of the best, man. Hey, but are you sure you're ready to get married? This woman, do you know this? I said, man, here we go again. But on my way to New York, that spirit came back one more time. Then when I went to New York, he and my brother said the same thing. I decided I'm not going to stay with my brother long because, you know, he's asking too much question about something that I want to do. You know, I'm not going to let nobody stop me. I'm driving from New York and I'm going to go see my aunt in New Jersey. It's like I'm running away like Jonah. I'm going to go see my aunt in New Jersey. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll leave my car. And this time, I'm going to take the bus back home. I left my car in New Jersey. I gave it to my aunt. I said, Ma'am, Auntie, you can have this car. I'm going to take the bus back home. And I'm waiting now for my